Wow, I am perceived. Um,
Achievement.
perceivement. So, Oswald, last session was probably stressful,
Very.
but just a little bit,
Just a little.
just a little. You spent the last year of your life. You got back to the pharmacy, except no, you didn't.
The
Um,
last life of my life. The last. Oh my god, I can't even speak.
take your
Great
time.
start. The last year of my life was a lie.
Yeah, it was a little curated lie from good old buddy boy Chiron.
Thanks,
Uh,
Kai Kai.
thanks, Kai Kai. But you got yoinked out by your supposed to be in jail boyfriend, so
Hmm.
and got brought to this sort of camp, reunited with your party properly. And I would say Oswald didn't take it too well,
If the
which is
dissociation was anything to go off of.
yeah, But on the bright side, he did help Hermes with not slowly dissolving. At least he it's like recharging a battery. So yay! That's a nice thing that was
Plus
discovered.
one, plus one.
Yes.
And then
That's
the minus 10.
yes.
When he
But
saw something.
yeah, he saw some things. You know,
Some things that shall not be named.
some things that shall not be named. Watch the VOD if you want to know. Um he to sum it up, saw Aroa having a little dancey dance, and they were like with Chiron, and everything was fine. Ignore the fact that Aroa was missing his left arm and left eye. It's fine.
It's
Um,
fine.
it's fine. It's so fine. Um, but shortly after that, Oswald, you took a nap. You took a big sleep.
Took a big stress pass out.
Yeah, big stress pass out. And that's where we're gonna be picking up. You wake up underneath this little tree that you had passed out on. Hermes is not, you don't see him in the immediate vicinity or anything. So you're alone with your bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, he's gonna look around, see if he can see anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Anything catches his eye.
Yeah, it's pretty early in the morning. You definitely are awake. Like the sun is just now rising. You are awake pretty damn early. Um, yeah, everyone seems to be kind of wound down still. You do see like occasionally a few people, but they seem more or less focused on kind of keeping the camp up and running. And you actually do catch a glimpse of Hermes, who seems to be talking with a few people in the camp as well. Although it is much too quiet for you to like make out the conversation from where you're at.
Well, Oswald will gather his stuff, put it back into his bag. He's gonna he's gonna go to Hermes.
All right, yeah. You just walk right up to Hermes, who but he turns around as you approach, and it's just like, oh, morning.
Uh, Morning. Apologies for last night.
No, hey, you're fine. And Hermes kind of nods to the people he was talking to. You notice Lita is actually among them, and he kind of nods to them, and they all go their separate ways. And he just kind of puts an arm around you. He's like, "How you doing?"
Uh, Still a little groggy from everything, especially because that potion took a lot more out of me than I thought it would. But
Mm-hmm. Just so.
I'm doing okay. How are you holding up?
Ah, I'm fine.
Good, good.
No, you probably should be getting more rest.
Honestly, with everything that's going on, I can only get as much rest. I can't really get that much rest. I have to keep moving.
As I thought I told you, you don't have to
I
like do
don't
it.
Look, I don't have to do anything, I know, but I can't just sit by idly when all of this is going on.
Hmm. Yeah, kind of figured you'd say that. Well, Then what's your plan then?
I I don't know. I need to talk to Cebu.
Hmm. It's a bit of a ways away. I could I could drop you off there, but I wouldn't be able to stay. You would be basically completely reliant on Cebu getting you back here if he's able to do so. I haven't spoken to him in a few months.
Hold on a second. Discord's dying.
Ah! Discord, no!
Okay, great. Thanks, Discord. Always me. Always Oswald. Thanks. Okay.
God damn it, Discord.
So let's rewind. What did you just say?
Hermes was saying that it's like a bit of a distance from where you guys are at the moment, where Cebu is. It's like
And
it's
I
kind
know
of fine.
you would have to drop me off. After all, you have to worry about keeping the bubble up.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I don't know what's going to await me, considering the last time I went through a rift, it sent me to another timeline.
He's not in the astral plane.
Oh, he's not?
Nope. All the gods are involved in the with the mortals right now.
Well, that'll make things easier.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'll see about dropping you off. If that's something you really want to do.
I think it's for the best. I have to let him know, especially him out of anyone.
Yeah. Just just be careful. Okay.
I'll try.
You better, because I'm gonna be really, really upset if I lose you again. Like seriously,
Honestly,
getting yourself.
honestly, when I go talk to Cebu, honestly, it's not me you should be worried about, it's someone else.
Oh, well now I'm curious.
I'm surprised you don't know.
I mean, hmm. Thinking. A lot's happened in a year.
To put it short, uh, Cebu is currently holding or with in the presence of the person who killed my mother.
Right. I think I overheard that whole thing when you guys were visiting Cebu.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
hopefully I'm able to control myself.
I mean, a little self control. Losing never hurt anybody.
Honestly, if I do, I'll just blame you.
Yeah, you can blame me. You can use that card. That's totally fine. Just say I possessed you or something.
Yeah, or you're rubbing off on me too much.
No, we already knew that.
Exactly. Well, if you have anything else to do, I won't keep you from that.
Nah. Um. I mean, other than bubble thing. Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. What's that? He's gonna put his hand on your shoulder, and one minute you're in the camp, and the next you're somewhere else entirely. It's a kind of town. It's pretty small, and it looks like it's in ruins. Now that you're looking around more so, it was supposed to be sunrise. Why is it so dark?
Hmm.
And the more you look around, the more you realize this town is in a cave. And there's no Hermes with you.
Uh, Hermes?
I hope you
Her-
don't mind me interrupting.
oh. Of course.
And you don't see anyone. You just hear a familiar voice.
Not going to make yourself known, just speak from the shadows?
Well, if you insist. And Chiron steps out. He's dressed in this armor of sorts. Uh, Very spiky. I have art of it, actually. I can send that. Let me do that. Let me dig that up. But he steps out. It's like, given when you were poking your nose where you weren't supposed to, you seemed less than thrilled.
How do you expect me to react seeing a situation like that?
Well, I don't expect you to understand, per se. Well, that's not entirely true. In fact, I'm kind of shocked you don't understand why I'm so mad at him.
I do I will say I understand your anger and your frustration, but what you're doing to him doesn't put you in a better light and doesn't make you better than him.
I'm not trying to be better than him.
What are you trying to achieve then?
Hmm, I don't think that's really important for you. After
I
all, I did try to, in a sense, protect you and the others. I owed it to you all on that level. Gave you guys
now
your happy little endings, and you all walked away.
because we were being neglected.
You got pauses that I neglected.
The things, the creatures you set up to take care of us were not taking as good as care as you once did.
Hmm. I will have to look into that.
And that's been the same for a lot of people who are in these bubble realities that you have created for them.
Hmm. Well, I will just have to workshop that. He doesn't seem all too bothered by this information.
I don't, I do not understand how you say you want to create a perfect world for everyone, but yet I don't see how this is making it perfect for anyone, killing and torturing those whom you don't agree with, treating everyone around you like toys in a toy bus. It is sickening to me, honestly. And it
Quite.
shows that you've become a monster, a
He's
shell of who you and your ideals once were.
he's right in front of you in a blink of an eye. And he has a hand around your throat. Do not put words in my mouth. You have no idea what I am doing. You have you haven't the slightest clue what I have gone through, what I am.
Why don't you enlighten me then?
Because you have it in your silly, silly little mind that you're entitled to fixing everything, to being the golden child, so to speak, in a sense. You think you have the right to, save everyone around you. Face it, you are no better than I am. I just have the power to do something about it. I think we both know if you were in my position, you would be going just as insane as I am.
We'll never know, now will we?
No, no, we will not. He's gonna let go of your throat. That's like, I'm not here to listen to you whine. Not here to listen to you critique my methods, because, quite frankly, my methods, while flawed, will eventually become something better. I just need time. And Aro has been lending me some, quite generously recently.
I'm sure.
Well, it's like, no, no. I simply have you here because you caught my attention. And I understand there's someone you want to get rid of. And I don't blame you. In fact, we actually share a common enemy in that sense. Gato. Gato cortito. That was not the time.
Raylan.
Yep. He didn't just affect your life, you know. You know how many times his fuck ups with time, jumping timelines has fucked up my life? Many, many times. I want nothing more than to get my grubby little claws on that thing. Won't even acknowledge it as a mortal at this point.
But do you think death would be too much of a mercy for him at this point?
I do. I never said I'd kill him. No, he'd actually be very key to making some good progress in what I am trying to accomplish.
I'm not going to have him going around messing with more timelines if that's what you're thinking.
Oh, he won't be doing anything. He'll just be used as a little outlet.
All right, I will do this for you if you make one term with me.
Depends on the term.
Of course, I can't ask you to stop having your, or what you view as, fun with Aroa. But I ask that you just lighten up at least a little.
Hmm. No.
After all,
After everything he's done to me? No. In fact, quite honestly, I've been quite merciful to him.
then why should I help
I'll put it simply. One, you want Raylan to suffer for what he's done to you, correct?
you? That is true.
And two, well, helping me get a hold on Raylan will allow me to stop putting people in these false realities. The false realities are intended to be a temporary solution for the final plan that I have. And believe it or not, I don't think you'd actually have many qualms with the final plan.
If that's the case, why don't you tell me what your great final plan is?
Given you're kissing the god of chaos, who is kind of been making it his own personal hobby to get under my skin, I don't know if you, exactly have that trust.
We could say the same about everyone, couldn't we?
Mm, indeed. So, how about this? I'll cut you a smaller deal then. If you can bring Raylan to Chichidel, well, or I can, otherwise, this location, you bring Raylan here, and I will not only tell you about the final plan, I'll even let you get a few hits on the kid. I won't let you kill him, but I'll let you bring him just to death's door, if you so choose. And furthermore, I will leave you and your friends alone for the most part. Like I said, I do owe it to you all that I am like this now, that I'm aware now. I really don't want to cause harm to you or your friends. Truly. You guys have been through enough. But, if you force my hand, Then I can always recreate you.
Hmm.
So, the choice is yours. And Hermes is ripping a new one into into I don't know, some building or something, freaking out. So I'm gonna go ahead and return you and let you simmer on that. And in a moment, you are in the woods. And you can see a tree fall in the distance.
Oh, he is really angry. Okay.
But after like 2 seconds of that tree falling, Hermes is suddenly right next to you and just like, where the hell were you?
Oh,
Where
good
did you
God.
go?
I I don't know. I don't know what happened, Hermes.
What? You're okay?
Yes, I'm fine. See,
Okay.
you can look me over. Everything's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
You know,
Just wasn't expecting you to get fucking yanked from me.
probably something of Chiron's doing.
Well, that just concerns me because that means now he's starting to interfere.
Considering what I saw, I'm not surprised that he is, specifically with me.
Hmm. We're going back. I'm not risking this.
No, Hermes.
No,
Hermes.
we're not risking this.
Hermes.
What?
I have to go talk to Cebu.
It is too risky. He literally just yanked you from me the second I
Hermes,
got outside the
take
bubble.
me now. We're wasting time. The longer we take, the
I
longer
can
it
send
goes.
a message to Cebu.
I need to talk to him face to face.
I'm not letting that happen right now.
Hermes.
Oswald.
Hermes. I'm not playing around. I need to talk with him. This is something that must be discussed person to person.
Right now, formalities don't matter.
I'm not letting you take me back, Hermes.
I'm sorry.
Hermes. No.
He's gonna put a hand on you.
Hermes.
It's like, no, we're not
Her-
doing that.
Stop before
Before what? Before I
I.
lose you again? Before you disappear for another year?
I'm not going to disappear for another year.
Just did!
You know,
We're going back to camp.
Hermes, I need to get
No,
to
we
Raylan.
more time
I
to
need. We're
justice.
not going to have time if Chiron gets his way.
What did you see?
I saw someone I didn't want to see.
Elaborate.
I saw Chiron.
What did you
In
want?
He wanted me to assist him in his master plan. Like I'm going to do that, but that doesn't mean I can't trick him and play his own game against him.
No, we're not doing this.
Hermes, no.
No,
I
no,
not
you're
I've
not.
gotten this far and I am not letting this slip out of my grasp. I
You're
am
gonna try to play mind games with him?
I am mainly doing this to get rid of one individual who has started all of this, who is the root cause for all this, Hermes, and I am not letting them live another day if I have anything to say about it.
Oh my god, you made a deal with him.
I didn't make any deal.
You're considering it.
I'm not doing what he wants. He wants him alive. I want him dead.
We are talking about this at camp.
You're taking me to Cebu's camp.
And You're engulfed in shadows, and you're back at the camp you guys were initially at.
Damn it! Hermes.
Like, we are talking about this with the others.
We are not talking about this with the others.
I am sick of all of you going behind each other's backs and just, ugh!
Hermes,
All of you,
please.
all of you. You all need to just communicate.
Do not force my hand.
Or what?
I can make you take me there.
And how's that?
I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, Hermes. I
Riot.
am going to use planar binding on Hermes.
Explain to me what that spell does again.
So essentially what it does is that it binds a person or an individual at the completion, the target must succeed in charisma saving throw or be bound to serve you for the duration of the spell.
Okay, so it's a charisma saving throw.
Yes.
Got it. Oh shit. Ooh. I was expecting him to roll really good on that because he has really good charisma. Mm-hmm. So 13.
He does not save.
Oof. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, you passed it.
Okay.
And he goes stiff.
Hermes, please forgive me. I don't. I'm sorry. Take me to Cebu.
And with that, he puts a hand on your shoulder, and you are taken to Cebu's camp. You can see it's a camp similarly set up, although this one is a bit colder. But it's not as cold as the look Hermes is giving you.
Hermes, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're just like everyone else.
Hermes. Hermes, go back to camp.
Don't come back. And he's gonna leave.
Okay. Time to talk to Cebu. And he's gonna try to find Cebu.
Alright, yeah. You look around this camp, and you eventually do find Cebu. He's talking over some things, and you can actually see he's talking with Raylan.
And he's gonna keep his distance for a little bit, but eventually he will approach and clear his throat.
And Cebu looks over like, oh, Oswald.
Hi. I have some information to discuss with you.
I see.
Could we talk somewhere more private?
Um, sure. He's gonna step away from Raylan and everything like that. And just walk with you, like, I wasn't. It's like, wasn't made aware that you were, you were back.
We
Everyone
just
back?
came back, all four of us, yes.
Uh,
So a lot has happened.
yeah. Surprised Hermes didn't drop by to give me a little poke about it.
He's busy. He has to keep the bubble up at camp, so can't stay.
It's like, I see.
Though
Well,
getting back
what
is
is?
definitely going to be fun.
Oh,
I just don't really have a good way of contacting Hermes to get back at this moment.
I mean, you could still pray to him.
Yes, yes. But
What is it you need to discuss?
well, I know the whereabouts of Aroa.
You do.
Yes. It's not good.
But he's alive.
He is. Yes.
Figured as much.
I don't know for how much longer though. And that
If you
concerns.
won't, if Aroa is being, well, if Aroa is alive but in the grasp of Chiron, Chiron could kill him if he really wanted to. He's keeping him alive for something.
I know. And he's in the one place that, of course, Aroa cherished above all else to add insult to injury.
Oh,
It's a time bubble of a very early Eberron. I've been there several times myself. I even saw you there during my training.
right. Well,
But yes,
it's interesting as I've been in that time bubble quite recently.
you have.
Yep,
How long?
2 days ago.
2 days.
I I'm not trying to discredit your information. However, are you sure that's where you saw them?
I remember. Can I roll insight? What would I roll here?
Roll history.
Uh, Thanks for that. Okay, so we're gonna start strong. Actually, that's a 27.
Okay. Um, now that he mentions it, there is one stark difference to the environment. Aurora's
That's
bubble never had color in it, but the
right.
location did.
Wait a minute. But that location was it had color though. That's not how it worked.
So it wasn't Aurora's. It's like it wasn't Aurora's time bubble then.
But it seems so similar to it. But where could that be?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'll ask Braylon. I've been getting his memory jogged.
I think he might actually have the answers. Do you mind if I speak to him?
It's like, yes, I will be supervising, however.
Of course. Of course.
And he's gonna walk you back over to where Raylan is, and he's like, "Oh, hey, um,
Um, we have a question for you. Sebu, I think it would be best if you asked it.
all right." And he's gonna insert exposition here, describe the location to Raylan. It's like, uh, from what it sounds like, probably Eberron. Sounds like Eberron just in general. Although the architecture matches up with it.
It would
But
have
highest city, definitely.
higher city. It has to be close to where the temple would have been for Roa then.
Aurora's old temple. Yeah, that was in the upper,
It
like
had to be
past
the
the
upper
gate.
city.
Yep, past the gate. That's where it used to be, and then there was a manor built over it.
Then it's the man. And that's where he's being kept.
Well, at least we have a location, but as to actually getting Aroa out, mm,
The problem is, I have a way in. I believe I have a way in, but it would be a death wish for me at this moment.
oh,
I've learned throughout this journey that the blood of gods, when used on paper, for one thing or another, whether it's a message, contracts, or something of the other, can be used to at least get one close as a method of teleportation.
oh, that's only if the god permits it. It's a old spell.
Now, of course, I don't know if Aroa or is even in the ability to allow me in, but I do have a document with his blood on it.
Hmm, not sure.
I mean, of course, we wouldn't know until we use it, but honestly, I, I don't know. Use it now in attempts and go with another god, that would just escalate conflict. Because who knows what
I
Kyron would do.
I believe you need to slow down. Look, this information is very helpful, but there's a lot of other outside elements and things like that that could very easily cause more harm than good. I believe this calls for a conversation amongst myself and my other companions.
I I
I
agree.
appreciate the information. I do. And
I'm
but I think it is best if you return to your group, perhaps discuss amongst them as well.
apologies. It's just I just I feel bad for Aroa at this moment.
Hmm. On a level, so do I. I will admit him getting his ass whooped definitely deserved, but
Yes, I agree, but the torture that he is going through at the moment,
yes, I also agree that the torture is unnecessary. I understand Chiron's rage, though. It's ultimately mine and Aroa's and the Muse's fault for him being the way he is.
mhm,
So, ultimately, I will likely face the consequences of these actions soon enough myself. But for the time being, I want to make sure the mortals are protected above all else.
I agreed. Agreed.
Good. It's like, see if you can have Hermes come grab you.
All right, I just need to say one final thing to Raylan.
Very well.
Oswald is going to put his hand on Raylan's shoulders, and he's gonna say, "I really hope that everything you've done is worth it."
And Raylan looks you dead in the eyes and is like, I. It's like, I know it wasn't. But I do intend to make it right.
How so?
That's something for me and Aurora to discuss. Respectfully.
You do understand I am his vessel.
And you do understand that I was the vessel before you.
he This is gonna be weird. As he's saying this, he's also gonna be like thinking in his head, trying to call out to Chiron.
Okay, like you're okay, what are you saying to Chiron?
Like he's in his head, he's like, I don't know, like he's holding on to him and he's like, I have Raylan, I am in contact with him. Now would be a good enough time.
Landmark. Name a landmark. Anything. What do you see?
Insight? Roll insight?
Yeah, you could roll perception.
I'll say it right one of these times. Wow, my brain is okay. Sorry, what'd you say?
Perception.
Perception. Okay. That's 18.
Okay. When you're looking around, you take a glance around the bubble and things like that, and you actually recognize vaguely this location. Like Taryn.
Oh my god. Uh, Lateran.
Thank you. Nothing else happens. Everything goes quiet on that, and Raylan's just. You see Raylan put his hand on, like, take your hands off of his shoulders, and is like, Oswald, I'm not. It's like, Oswald, I know what I did. And I am sorry. You'll do anything for the people you love.
I guess that is true. Guess I'm doing the same thing myself.
And Seb is just like, yeah, this is why I feel like you should go back to the other camp. We don't need more conflict among allies. And he's gonna put himself between you and Raylan. It's like, go on, go pray to Hermes, have him come pick you up.
If I leave the bubble, will I be safe, not get disintegrated?
It's like, I can open the bubble. I'm confused though. Hermes could quite literally just come.
Yes, he could, but he would find it best to pick me up outside.
You can tell he does not believe you. Very well then. And he's gonna walk you to the bubble. And Oswald, seriously, thank you for this information.
Of course, I figured it would serve you well.
Hopefully, we'll be able to save a lot more people. Get things back up and running.
Here's hoping.
Yes. And you see this entryway in the bubble open. And as soon as you're let out, you hear a noise.
Oh.
You see Chiron walking in the bubble,
Oh!
pushing Cebu into the bubble with
Oh!
through his stomach.
What?
The bubble closes behind him.
Oh no! 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 This no! What? No!
And you can see, well, a lot happens. Weapons, you see things crawling from the ground as this camp is ripped apart.
What are you doing?
And you see Chiron has eventually he has Raylan picked up by the back of his shirt.
No.
And Chiron turns and looks at you and gives you a smile.
Wait.
And the bubble, you see the bubble is dissolving entirely.
Uh,
Just thank you.
Hmm.
I'm glad
you
to
know
see
what?
that we're in agreement.
Yes. But you know what? I guess some things don't turn out as planned. There's a secret! Because Oswald's gonna do something stupid.
Okay.
Understand, there's a reason Oswald touched Raylan.
Okay.
He cast Glyph of Warding on him.
Hmm. Here's something unfortunate.
Oh.
If he had done, like, if he's casting a glyph on Raylan, Cebu would have immediately disarmed it. He knows Oswald doesn't like Raylan. He just didn't expect Oswald to go this way.
Uh,
So you go to, you expect this glyph to go off, but it never does. And Chiron, he can see the look on your face, Oswald. And he laughs a little bit, just like, you really think it's like, you think a primordial god wouldn't have noticed that little trick? Please.
Then
Even
at
I noticed.
least allow me to get my punches in.
Hmm. No, you tried to double cross me. I gave you a fair deal.
Like I would ever
You
play fair with someone assaulting my god.
says the person who just used another god as a means to get here. I see everything now, Oswald. You're no better than me. Or the Muse, quite honestly. No, you'll do anything to get your way. Stop trying to be the hero. And he's gonna walk away, and you can see the carnage left behind in this area. Sebu's not gone. Sebu's still alive.
Uh,
He's getting up. And he's looking around at everything. What did you do?
No, this, I didn't intend.
What
I,
did you do?
no, I'm sorry, I didn't intend for any of this to happen. I didn't know. I swear.
He picks you up by the collar of your shirt and is like, didn't know!
Oh, I didn't know, I swear.
You let him in!
No, I didn't know he would be here. I didn't know. I swear.
Then how did he get in? How did he know where we are? With this bubble around that has kept us safe over the year!
I
You
don't.
told him!
No. I wouldn't.
Tell me!
I'm sorry. I didn't think.
What did he offer you? He gave you a deal, didn't he? What did he offer?
Yes. He wanted Raylan. He said give him Raylan. He said for the master plan. I didn't know what. I didn't plan on giving him Raylan. That was never the plan.
Then why'd you cast a ward on him?
Because
Because what?
I hate him. I planned on getting rid of him once and for all.
Look around. He's making you look at the bodies. People of all sorts. You see soldiers. You see citizens. You see families. Look what you did.
No. Yeah, a mistake.
Mistakes don't bring people back. You acted rashly. I want to kill you. I do, but I hold myself to my vows. He drops you. Leave.
And he will quickly leave.
Yeah, you
He's,
to be leaving.
he's running.
And eventually, after some running, once your little bird lungs are giving out a little bit, you hear another voice, not too far off. Well, you really don't know how to be a proper vessel, do you?
Who?
And you see Lita.
Um, someone kill me.
Well, Cebu, it's like, Cebu was close to doing just that. What were you thinking?
I don't know anymore. I don't know what I'm doing.
So you put the lives of others at risk. You didn't think of how others' lives could be affected.
I should have left alone.
Hmm?
I should have been left to die.
Don't you start throwing a pity party over yourself. You fucked up. I'm not gonna deny that. Hell, I've never seen Hermes as pissed off as he has been since getting back. That's why I started coming over. Knew something was wrong. Had to make sure he didn't burn down the entire town in a fit. Turns out a different town got burned down. It was only a matter of time until Chiron eventually breached. I just didn't expect it to be over something so preventable. So here's what you're going to do, right? You're going to go back to camp. Whether you like it or not, you're going to tell everyone what Chiron, whatever he had told you. You're going to tell them what happened here. The best thing that you can do to help people now is to tell them what happened. Hmm. I don't have time for this. And they're gonna grab Oswald by the arm and start dragging him along.
I planned on going back. I do.
It's like, yeah, well, it's like, yeah, we'll actually start moving your feet then.
I
I am tired. It's like, no, you don't get to make plans. You don't get to run off doing your own thing anymore. It's like, respectfully, look where that got you. You need to slow down. And don't worry, I'll make sure Hermes doesn't kill you. Or rather, I'll do my best to prevent that.
he's going to I don't know. He's gonna I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to severely maim me. Honestly, I
You,
deserve it.
it's like he was just trying to protect you.
I know he always is.
I never thought I'd say I agree with Hermes, but for once I actually agreed with why he was trying to stop you. Especially after you'd had talked to Chiron, I would have taken your ass right back too. Just because someone offers you a good hand doesn't mean you act on it immediately. All in all, it just proves you'd be shit at poker, I think.
And that's why I don't gamble.
You certainly gambled with something today.
That's evident enough.
At the very least, I hope you learn a lesson from this, because if this happens again, under a different god, others might not be so merciful. And eventually, you guys do get back to the bubble, and Lita taps on it. And you notice no entryway opens for a minute, and Lita's like, great. One moment. And they're just gonna just push their arm through it, and like, ow, ow, ow. There we go. And the bubble opens a bit, and they just kind of shove you in immediately before pulling themselves through, like, ow. It's like, yeah, he's mad. It's
I
like,
figured.
it's like, I would highly, 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 highly recommend to give him space.
Of course.
And not saying this necessarily on behalf of Hermes, don't ever cast that spell on him again. He won't be the only thing you'll have to worry about next time. And they're gonna walk off too. Do their own thing.
Okay. Oh, gods have mercy. Well, what he's gonna do is he's gonna try to find, not Hermes, he's gonna try to find the tree that he fell asleep under, if he can find where that is.
Yeah, I mean, you find where it was. It has been shredded.
Mm, uh, guess that spot's a no-go.
I mean, he's not there. It's just gone. The tree is just splinters.
Yeah, he still doesn't have good feelings about sitting under that tree.
Fair.
He's gonna try to find somewhere else where he can be alone in the bubble.
Yeah, there's a few places you can find that are, pretty secluded within the bubble.
Yeah, he's gonna find a spot that's secluded. And he's gonna just chuck his bag down before, like, just crumpling down next to it.
All right.
Of course. Story of my life. Honestly. It's all because of fucking. Again, shouldn't have pity. But if Raylan actually killed me instead of my mother, none of this would have happened.
Is there anything else Oswald would like to do?
Give me a second to think.
Yeah.
I don't. Mm, I just. I guess one thing he's gonna do. Just make sure I'm looking at the right thing. This is not the D&D server I'm looking at. Where are my notes? One thing he's gonna do is he's gonna rummage through his bag and he's gonna pull out the contract.
Okay.
He's just gonna look at it. He's gonna stare at it for a little bit. And he's gonna stare at it for quite some time before muttering to himself again and saying something along the lines of, what is he gonna say now that I'm actually thinking about this? Words fail. He's just gonna stare at the contract, and then he's just gonna start crying as he thrusts it back in his bag and just curls up into a ball.
Valid. All right. And that's where we'll wrap up this solo session. Did not exactly go as I had intended, but things happened.
Things happened.
Things happened.
Oh.
Whee! Is the recording done yet, my dear?